reports of hurting officers responding to the blast. We will continue to follow this story for you and bring you updates right here on the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight, Gresham neighbors cannot believe what was happening next door.
And then cops just come out of nowhere and they're like, they just take our neighbor down.
A violent attack on a pregnant woman lands a Gresham man in jail. Police say that Jorge Escobar kidnapped his girlfriend, then stabbed her and raped her. Authorities are taking the crime so seriously, his bail is now set at more than $1 million. KPTV's Kevin Kawari talked with neighbors. He joins us live tonight from Gresham with more.
Well, Wayne, after being beaten for 3 days, the victim finally escaped and made it here to Adventist Medical Center. Doctors noticed her injuries, called police, and about an hour later, this man, Jorge Escobar, was arrested. Tonight, he is facing a long list of charges. Tonight, this Gresham apartment is virtually empty. The woman who lived here is moving out, and her boyfriend is now behind bars. Jorge Escobar was arrested last night.
It all just like swooped in, then they handcuffed him. And they said like 2 or 3 words to him, and they just put him in the back of the, Chevy undercover car.
Police say Escobar held his girlfriend inside their apartment for 3 days, refusing to let her go. Prosecutors believe Escobar beat, stabbed, and raped the woman before she was able to escape. Finally, the 20-year-old managed to get to a Portland hospital where employees called police.
That's too bad. That really is. She seemed like she was a nice lady. We were wondering about that because we heard that she was trying to leave him.
The victim says Escobar even threatened to kill her. Today, Escobar appeared before a Multnomah County judge, showing almost no emotion. When he was arrested, police also found bags of marijuana and heroin. Neighbors aren't all that surprised.
I've been here 6 years, and there's been nothing but problems in that particular apartment complex.
People come in and out, and everybody's kind of all crazy all through the night.
Police believe Escobar is a known drug dealer. The victim was stabbed on her hand, wrist, arm, and thigh. People who live nearby only wish they could have done something to help.
It's getting to be very frustrating. I've got, teenage daughters, and it's tough. It's very scary. This is probably the scariest.
And back live, Escobar is facing charges for attempted murder, rape, assault, and drug possession. His bail is set at $1.1 million. Live in Southeast Portland, Kevin Kawari, the 10 o'clock news.
Man accused of shooting 2 people at a Clackamas apartment, killing one, remains on the run tonight. This is Richard Aguilar Hernandez. Police say that he is the shooter. And here is what we know. The suspect and the victims were at a party when they began fighting. Both parties took off, only to meet later at this apartment complex where police say that Hernandez began shooting. Mario Paramu made his first court appearance this afternoon. You may remember, he's the man arrested in connection with a deadly shooting in which police say he dropped off a body in front of a Portland hospital. Right now, he's being held on robbery charges. Meantime, the manhunt is on for one of the suspected shooters, and that may be over now. Tigard police say that Carlos Santos just turned himself in. Authorities considered him at one time armed and dangerous.
Tonight, a former Oregon Youth Authority employee is facing 34 new counts of sex abuse. 2 more accusers have come forward in the case of Michael Boyles. KPTV's Jamie Wilson is live tonight in News Control with more. Jamie?
Well, those 2 alleged victims testified in front of a grand jury yesterday. But today, another big development. Michael Boyles may have a co-defendant. Boyles appeared in court for his release hearing today. The judge denied that. But now Boyles isn't taking all of the blame for sexually abusing teen boys. Police have issued an arrest warrant for Jim Lyman. He was a foster dad who had children placed in his care through Michael Boyles. Investigators have not been able to find him. They think he may live outside of the country. So far, Boyles is suspected of sexually abusing 3 teen boys in total. He goes to trial in June. Live in News Control tonight, Jamie Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Convicted child molester Edward Stokes faces 2 new charges in a 1996 abuse case. Stokes was arraigned in court today. Last month, police captured Stokes in Gresham on fraud charges. Stokes was recently let out of a California prison after a child molestation sentence was overturned. A Southeast Portland man is now arraigned on charges he shot and killed his roommate. Police say it all started when 21-year-old Derek Rue got into a fight with his roommate, Matthew Lisicki. Officers say Lisicki then shot Rue 5 times. A trial is now set for June.
He claims a police officer from the Dalles raped him. Tonight, that officer and the city have been ordered to pay up. A Multnomah County jury awarded Timothy Roth $245,000 for permanent emotional and psychological damage. An Eagle Scout explorer at the time, Roth claims that the man you see in the video, former officer James Tannehill, abused him over a 2-year period back in the late 1990s. Roth wanted more than $5.5 million.
The dogs blamed for killing an 8-year-old Vancouver boy are getting a stay of execution. That's because police are investigating reports of another dog in the neighborhood that may have attacked the boy. Investigators will take bite impressions of the dogs' mouths and then compare them to the wounds on the neck of Johnny Streeter. The 2 bull mastiffs were scheduled to die today. The dogs' owners could still face criminal charges in that attack.
Car thieves hit an entire street, but instead of stealing valuables, they went after some valuable information. It happened very early this morning on a quiet street in Cornelius. KPTV's Kelly Day is live there tonight. Kelly, what were those thieves looking for?
They were looking for the car registrations. They hit about 8 cars on this quiet street, and they went right for the glove boxes. Tonight, this Cornelius street is quiet, just like it was when the thieves hit around 5 a.m.
Registration had been stolen also.
Leila Coffey woke up to the news. Someone carefully cut the seal around the small back window of her husband's car, took his registration and his wallet.
My wallet had my license and credit cards. I got a checkbook, pretty much identification.
And then her worst fear set in.
Everything being taken away. My identity, or his identity.
And they weren't the only ones.
One after the other, we found out that most of everyone on our block was vandalized.
Mike Evenson lives right next door.
Identity theft. It's, I mean, as everybody knows, it's getting worse and worse. And just when you think that it's not going to happen to you, and here we are out in rural suburbia.
They took his car registration too, and now he's worried about what the thieves are going to do with that information.
What is in a registration? I wouldn't think anything, but somebody thought there was because they got everybody along this block. And they're using it for something. Yeah, that worries me.
The door was unlocked, huh?
Hey, how are you? Police were still taking reports from some of the neighbors tonight, and most of the cars that were hit had unlocked doors. Rule number 1, lock it up. Rule number 2, don't leave anything valuable inside.
If you have your registration in your car, take it out of your car. I don't think it's necessary to have it. You know, if you could stop by a police officer, you know, have them look it up.
Now, tonight we asked police about that because if you get pulled over, you're supposed to have your registration in your car, right? What they suggest is either take it with you when you're not in the vehicle or carry it on you because you are required to have that information. And by the way, no suspects yet in these car prowls. Live tonight in Cornelius, Kelly Day, the 10 o'clock news.
When a life is in danger, you call 911. It's technology that saved countless lives. But now some new phone technology may actually be slowing down the operators who are trying to save your life. KPTV's David Wilson joins us live from the Multnomah County 911 Center with more. Dave?
Yeah, much of the time when a call comes into the 911 center, the caller's address and phone number pop up on the screen. Not always the case if the caller is using an internet-based phone system, which can create problems if the person is trying to get help. Today's technology has taken us from surfing the net to using a telephone on the net. Through a service known as Voice over Internet Protocol, you can telephone virtually anyone on the planet through your computer and a broadband ISP. In some cases, once you pay the flat rate monthly fee of just $20, you can phone anyone in North America for free.
The concern is that when people dial 911 using the internet, the enhanced 911 features are not there.
911.
But local 911 supervisors say giving up your landline means giving up local emergency services' ability to track your call.
Meaning the 911 center does not know who you are, where you're calling from, or what your phone number is.
In the middle of a crisis, that could be a problem.
They're flustered, they're not thinking straight, and something as simple as their address, they can't think of it.
And in some cases, internet telephone services don't allow you to call 911 at all, or else route your call to a center outside of your area.
Emergency services, you never know when you might need it, so.
At the Backspace Internet Cafe in downtown Portland, computer users say ISPs should be forced to offer local 911 services.
If it's based off of an IP address, either something on the computer side to where your grandmother who falls over is able to get picked up, and or the person who doesn't know exactly where they are is able to be located.
Now, about half the calls coming into the 911 center are from cell phone users. Cell phones, too, do not have information that actually pops up on the screen, but cell phone companies right now trying to fix that issue, in the process of trying to actually fix that, and we'll see how that goes. Live in Southeast Portland, David Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
City Hall in Ridgefield, Washington is still shut down tonight because of dangerous lead levels. The city manager ordered everyone out of the building on Friday after tests revealed levels of lead 4 to 5 times the federal limit. The city council has hired a company to clean it up, and it's offering free blood tests to all employees. No word on when it will reopen.
The 10 o'clock news is just getting started.
You caught outside today in this? You know, it was our first measurable rain in 10 days here in Portland, but don't put away the shorts yet, folks. It looks like the 7-day forecast has some big changes in it. Will that include your weekend? That's coming up.
He came to town for National Guard training, but I-Team 12 went undercover and caught him trying to set up a date with a 14-year-old girl. Tonight, you'll see his face and hear what he has to say for himself.
Stopping terrorists before they strike. How this new machine can sniff out hidden bombs.
Trapped in a sinking car. Would you know what to do if you ended up in the Willamette? Fox 12 shows you how to make it out alive.
Caught on tape, a news chopper goes down on the way to a big story. How the crew survived this devastating crash.
Sir Elton John has done it, but wait till you see who they've got lined up next to judge American Idol. 2 of music's biggest names sign up.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. During this hour, one of you will win $1,200 in cash. Later tonight, we'll give you a phone number to call. Keep watching the 10 o'clock news, and $1,200 could be yours. A messy morning commute.
A serious accident. Looks like a live picture of a car fire. A hit-and-run accident.
But Good Day Oregon got you through it.
So you use 4th Lane Boulevard.
Good Day Oregon, tomorrow at 5.
This is guys' night out. It's not low-carb night. It's not low-calorie night. And it's not sparkling, imported, light, extra dry, less filling, on the rocks, green-bottled, fruit-flavored night. Nah, this is guys' night out. When guys reach for a real beer. Real Rocky Mountain Coolers. What are you guys drinking?
Why does the Taxpayers Association of Oregon endorse Golia Mary for Congress? Golia Mary helped lead the fight to defeat the $1.1 billion tax increase. And Golia Mary's economic plan will reduce taxes on families, reprioritize spending, and revitalize Oregon's economy. Golia Mary, endorsed by the Taxpayers Association of Oregon, because they trust her, and so can you.
I'm Golia Mary, and I authorize this message.
He was trying to do the right thing.
Did a Northwest cop go too far? The police are sworn to protect, to serve, and in this case, spank. That's coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Home is playing after school. Home is a relaxed Saturday morning. Home is talking to a friend. Home is reading her favorite story again. Coldwell banker Barbara Sue Seal can help you find the way home and make it easier for you. From beginning to end, your Coldwell Banker Realtor has the resources to make the entire process faster and easier. Visit us today at cbseal.com and see how we can help you find the way home.
Convenient locations, innovative design, and unsurpassed value is what JLS has built its reputation on. With 8 new communities priced from $130,000 to over $300,000, JLS has the perfect home for your budget and lifestyle. Utilizing the industry's most reputable subcontractors, quality is not an afterthought. It is our only thought. At Pacific Lumber and Truss Company, we deliver more than just building materials. We deliver service, quality, competence, experience, and trust. Come see us for your building needs in Hillsborough, Lake Oswego, and Bend.
There's only one man smooth enough to hook up with the OC's Rachel Bilson.
And you are?
Ferrari. Fast Ferrari. That's 70 Show.
Wednesday at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
It began last summer. Now see how the season ends.
I don't have to leave.
Then come with me.
The OC finale.
Wednesday at 9 on Fox 12 Oregon.
One of the people caught in our I-Team 12 sting, undercover sting, is a military man, a National Guardsman who tried to hook up with a young teen.
Our undercover investigation exposed the dangers for kids in chat rooms. I-Team 12's Carrie Tomlinson joins us live now to show you this man's face and his name.
Well, this man was visiting from out of town, and in the chat, he asked for sex, but he zoomed off when we brought out the cameras. However, we have tracked him down hundreds of miles away. Who are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anybody.
He showed up right on time for his date with a 14-year-old girl. You sound very sexy, Missa. Do you like older men?
What's your name again? I'm John.
John what?
John Smith.
Online, he called himself Matt and said he was visiting from Nebraska, driving a white rental SUV.
Yep.
Where you from, John?
Where am I from?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
I'm from, I don't know.
But Sexy Missa is really Frank, a pervertedjustice.com volunteer posing as a young teen.
Is this a rental?
But it is a rental, and though Matt drove off, he did not get away.
The rental car company doesn't give out names, so our only clue is this: his screen name, MMM Racer 34.
Through our investigation, we found a potential match. This racer, 34, in Nebraska, with the initials MM. But the picture online is too dark to see. Could it be our guy?
We came here to the Oregon Trail Speedway in eastern Nebraska to find out if this is our man.
Number 34 races at this track near Scottsbluff, Nebraska. But we're told he's left town for his job here in Lincoln, 8 hours away. We followed.
That's him?
Sure enough, John Smith is here. The stock car racer is a Nebraska National Guardsman who tried to hook up with a young teen in Portland.
That was truly, honestly, the first time that that's ever happened.
His real name, Matt Messersmith, 39 years old, a married father of 2.
I was away from home. Nobody knew me.
We confronted him. Matt told us he was mad at his wife that night and was drinking.
And just the fighting between us. I was, I don't know, out to get some, I guess. Whether it was from who, you know. It wasn't, that wasn't a very good statement about myself, but I didn't mean it like that.
The chat shows the girl as 14, but Matt says he thought she was really an adult, pretending to be younger.
There's red flowers right by the top of the door.
A pervertedjustice.com volunteer talked to him on the phone that night.
Yeah.
He says if she had been a young teen, he never would have had sex with her.
I mean, this big deal is about, you know, her being supposedly 14. Well, when I talked to her on the phone, she wasn't 14.
Unfortunately, the stuff you wrote before you talked to her on the phone
Is what I'm getting.
makes it sound like you're going to have sex with a 14-year-old. I am really horny. Are you horny, Missa?
Like I said, I had been drinking.
This is like right after she says she's 14. You don't feel like you're a danger to the community.
No, because I'm done.
He says he's done, but the National Guard is just beginning.
It's embarrassing to the National Guard and the state of Nebraska and the military.
Matt was in Portland that weekend for National Guard training. That means he may have been on orders from the government while he was looking for sex online. That could cost him his job.
It's behavior that we can't condone. We don't want members of the National Guard involved in.
Back in Matt's hometown, Scottsbluff,
Wow.
fellow racers are going over the chat.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of people going to hell.
Father and son, Harry and Jeremiah Gardner, say they saw no signs of danger, but they don't buy Matt's explanations.
Look at the information in the talking. Yeah. Is your mom home?
They're disgusted that Matt went online for sex with a family at home, a 12-year-old daughter, and a wife whom they believe is in denial. We tried to get her thoughts.
I have no comment, and you need to leave my family alone.
Well, what he needs to think about in that situation is my daughter's at home. She could be on that other end right there. There's other guys out there doing the same thing. You better hope it's not your daughter.
Now, the National Guard in Nebraska is still deciding Matt's fate. We'll let you know what happens. Tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, maybe you've met our next man on the dance floor. A former DJ is caught trying to hook up with a young teen. We track him down to show you his face. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, male sex offenders dominate the headlines, but there are female sex offenders too. In fact, there are thousands of them behind bars. But as KPTV's Kelly Day shows us, they tend to have a different pattern of abuse than men.
Female sex offenders. You may think of Mary Kay Letourneau, a high-profile, then 35-year-old female sex abuser who's now serving time in prison for having an affair with her then 12-year-old student. Actually, this type of female sex offender accounts for only a small percentage of them.
There's a very high proportion, in some studies up to 90%, who molest their own biological children.
Female sex offenders are more likely to abuse their own children. Men are not.
Females pose a far smaller risk to out-of-home children than male offenders do.
The exception to that is adolescent female sex offenders. They often molest while babysitting. But there is no red flag to watch out for. They don't look, talk, or act any differently than anyone else.
You're not going to pick out a female sex offender any more than you're going to pick out a male sex offender.
The best advice for parents is talk to your children and tell them what to watch out for.
I think it pays to talk to your kids about telling you if anybody touches them in a private area.
And listen to your kids.
The child is afraid of the babysitter. There's a reason.
Women are also less likely to find their victims through a church, sports, or daycare organization. That tends to be a male pattern.
It's the church choir leader, it's the coach, it's the athletic director, it's people who are well respected in the community.
There are tens of thousands of male sex offenders in U.S. prisons, and according to one study, only around 1,200 females. Kelly Day, the 10 o'clock news.
Female sex offenders are also less likely to get caught, and when they do, they tend to minimize or deny their behavior more than men, and that makes them tougher to treat in most cases.
Well, coming up tonight, trouble on board a news chopper going to cover breaking news.
We'll bring you the frightening crash that made the crew on board the real news story.
Crime and punishment. A Northwest cop finds himself on the wrong side of the law after spanking someone else's child.
That's what we're asking Oregonians to help do, to help wake up the Democratic Party.
Is he waking up Oregon voters, or does he need a wake-up call of his own? Why is Dennis Kucinich still campaigning for president when the nomination is all locked up?
Breaking news, we want to switch to some live pictures out of California right now where firefighters are dealing with an early wildfire season. We'll have more on the early start to this year's fire season coming up.
And now closer to home, a live look outside tonight from our Fox Tower cam over downtown Portland. It is dry out there right now and considerably cooler outside. Storm Team 12's Mark Nelson will tell us just how low the temperatures will go ahead in the pinpoint forecast.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Is it my turn yet? Bring a friend. Mervyn's one-day sale. Wednesday only. Everything's on sale. Mervyn's, the unexpected and lots of it.
He's committed to turning Portland around. Jim Francesconi, endorsed by the Oregonian for mayor, community organizer who found jobs for 700 former gang kids, and respected leader who started the Sun After School program, giving 5,000 kids a safer place to learn and play.
It's the mayor's job to create the opportunities that keep both our children and our city safe.
Jim Francesconi, a new mayor. He listens, he leads.
She's a maniac in the store, and she's shopping. Oh, hey, is it my turn yet? Bring a friend. Mervyn's one-day sale. Wednesday only. Everything's on sale. Mervyn's, the unexpected and lots of it.
I'm a little nervous, but that's all right. I've been nervous before.
Escape from a sinking car. Fox 12 shows you what it takes to get out alive. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Don't be scared, son.
Ed, it's me! That house in the city just passed inspection, so you can close next week.
Wow.
I wanted to tell you in person.
Nobody works harder for you than RE/MAX. That's why nobody in the world sells more real estate.
This segment of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Comcast.
Take control of your TV. Comcast Digital Cable with On-Demand and Stars gives you tons of exciting on-demand movies and shows to start whenever you want. Subscribe now and get Stars free for 3 months. You'll also get hundreds of networks like ESPN, Disney, and more. And with your Stars subscription, Stars On Demand is free. Over 100 hit movies a month are yours to pause, fast forward, or rewind at any time. Call 1-888-YOUR-TV1 for Comcast Digital Cable with On Demand and get Stars free for 3 months plus free installation.
In news from around the Northwest tonight, a Methodist pastor from Washington will not face another church trial. The top United Methodist Court says it doesn't have the authority to review the case of Reverend Karen Dahman. Last month, the church put her on trial for marrying her partner in Oregon, but acquitted her of any wrongdoing. Right now, Dahman is on family leave, but would like to return to her congregation in Ellensburg.
A Seattle police officer is in trouble tonight for spanking someone else's child. Officer Richard Roverson says he looked after the boy as a mentor and that the child's mother gave him permission to spank. Well, the officer gave the kid a whack after he ran away, and for that, the department suspended Roverson for 5 days.
He's not talking. You know, for him, this is a personal issue. He was trying to do the right thing, you know, for the right reasons.
Seattle PD is not commenting on the case tonight.
Well, did you notice it was really coming down out there for a while this afternoon?
Sure was. Mark, was it soaking enough to give our sprinklers a rest?
I don't think so. You would think looking outside earlier this afternoon just came down in sheets, but no. You know what? The total rainfall here in Portland, only about 0.03 of an inch. No, you can't turn the sprinklers off yet, but can we finally put the shorts back on? I'll have that answer coming up in a pinpoint forecast through the weekend.
All right, and it sounds almost impossible. A lion on the loose in the suburbs. See what's being done to wrangle in the king of the jungle.
If your car goes in the water, can you get out alive? We'll have the story.
And it is a plan designed to make your next train trip safer. So what does this new security device do besides make your trip longer?
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. Don't go away. Coming up, one of you will win $1,200 cash. Later tonight, we'll give you a phone number to call. Keep watching the 10 o'clock news and $1,200 could be yours.
I'm Nick Fish. Here's my plan to get City Hall working for us. First, I'll use my 17 years in business to cut red tape and help create good jobs. Second, tackle tough problems, the way I work to save a domestic violence hotline. And third, end backroom deals like PGE Park. In signing off on a secret deal, City Hall struck out, costing us millions. I say enough. I'm Nick Fish. I love this city. On May 18th, let's vote to take it back.
Nick Fish, our voice on City Council.
Van Helsing is a great way to kick off the summer movie season. It has the excitement of Raiders of the Lost Ark with film's most classic creatures.
Is it always like this? Pretty much.
Van Helsing is incredible, thrilling,
Come on!
a classic, one awesome roller coaster ride.
Jump!
Van Helsing, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
Caught on tape, a news chopper goes down in a violent crash. Why, what happened next is even more amazing. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Hi, Leo Hillier, Hillier's Mid-City Ford. For 10 years, you've been hearing me talk about the Hillier's difference. Let me show you why. Some dealers show you a lot for your trade with an inflated asking price. Some dealers offer $10,000 off, then show you very little for your trade. At Hillier's Mid-City Ford, we give you the discount and the most for your trade for the best difference anywhere. Come find out what many of your family and friends already know. All Fords are created equal. Hillier's Mid-City Ford makes a difference. We invite you to come see why today.
Convenient locations, innovative design, and unsurpassed value is what JLS has built its reputation on. With 8 new communities priced from $130,000 to over $300,000, JLS has the perfect home for your budget and lifestyle. Utilizing the industry's most reputable subcontractors, quality is not an afterthought. It is our only thought. To purchase, refinance, or build the home of your dreams, call Action Mortgage, a subsidiary of Sterling Savings Bank. We're ready to move when you are. Equal housing lender.
Cartoon's secret shopper mission, number 982. Discovered a competitor phone store that requires customers to sign a waiting list for service. What? Laughing hysterically, I blew my cover. At Car Toys, you'll never sign in for service. Our wireless experts are ready when you are to help select the right phone and plan, backed by our 60-day low price guarantee.
Car Toys, a better way to go. So this is why the chicken crossed the road.
You've probably seen his political ads all over television. The representative from Ohio, who is not letting John Kerry spoil his hopes of moving into the White House. We're talking about Dennis Kucinich, and his focus is on Oregon. KPTV's Dan Springer shows us why Kucinich is working so hard to get your vote.
Driving all over the state of Oregon in a minivan, Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich is talking to anyone who will listen. By the time Oregon Democrats vote in their primary, May 18th, Kucinich will have campaigned in the Beaver State for more than a month.
The people of this state, the people of Oregon, have an opportunity to help gently nudge the Democratic Party on the issue of the war.
Day after day, Kucinich calls for the immediate withdrawal of U.S. troops from Iraq. He says he would raise taxes to pay for universal health care, repeal the Patriot Act, and pull out of many trade agreements, positions not shared by the presumptive nominee.
That's what we're asking Oregonians to help do, to help wake up the Democratic Party. And the timing of it is really exquisite, because the timing is just while the platform's being developed all over this country.
Like the explorers Lewis and Clark 200 years ago, it's Oregon or bust for Dennis Kucinich. The goal, he says, not to win the nomination or even speak at the July convention, but to move the Democratic Party and its platform to the left, which Kucinich says would give the party a better chance in November. The only Democratic challenger to remain in a race already won by John Kerry, Kucinich, who hasn't won a single primary, operates on a shoestring budget. He pays for gas in a small office in Portland with fundraisers like this $25 a plate lunch.
Well, I don't have a lot of money, but I want to keep him going. I want to keep him talking.
State party leaders say Oregon Democrats are solidly behind John Kerry, though he hasn't campaigned here. But Kucinich is banking on the state's liberal, independent spirit to send a signal to the Kerry campaign, something many say mirrors the Kucinich candidacy from day one, a long shot at best. In Portland, Dan Springer, the 10 o'clock news.
Have a question about our country's Constitution? Well, some local students just might have the answer.
Third place winner, ladies and gentlemen, Grant High School from the state of Oregon.
The team from Portland's Grant High School won third place at a national competition that tested their knowledge of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Students sat before mock congressional committees and answered questions ranging from the war on terror to putting the words "under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And Mark is here now with a big bottle of something.
Yeah, look at that aspirin. Spring forecasting here in the Northwest gives us headaches. We've got quite a few changes in the 7-day pinpoint forecast. We have some nice warm weather coming up. So much for a rainy week.
Wow.
But I think we got a handle on things. I'm going to explain why the forecast.
You live for this stuff.
It has been fun weather.
Okay.
And actually the next few days should be fun as well. Take a look outside, folks. What a change today, too. Temperatures dropped about 9 degrees here in Portland at this hour, 55 degrees, running a bit cooler this evening. Winds are northwest at 7 miles per hour. And most of the city is rain-free. We had a sprinkle at the airport within the last hour, and it is pretty much cloudy out there now. This is what we had earlier today about 3:30 this afternoon. Beaverton downpour. Many of you, especially in the central and the west side of the metro area, saw the downpour, but then it left quickly, and this is what we were left with towards sunset. A few clouds lingering around. This is from far northwest Portland out along Skyline and Germantown. And then the same view as we head down towards Mall 205, southeast Portland, about 8 o'clock tonight, just before sunset. You could see the clouds kind of dissipating. They've developed once again. Take a look at the radar at this hour, or the 4 o'clock radar, actually, and you can see that line of showers that passed through. Then look what happened. Showers just dissipated. All this in here, pretty much migrating birds. There are a few showers sprinkled in here, but I think it's going to be mostly a dry night. The showers pretty much done with at this hour. Now, with the cloud cover today, the ocean air that poured inland last night, 67 in Portland for a high temperature today, a little cooler at the coastline, and east side, where you didn't have the cloud cover, 80 in Burns, so nice and warm. And we're going to see temperatures warm up just a bit over the next few days. 55 right now in Portland with the cloud cover, but the coastline clearing out. That's a sign of our weather to come for tomorrow. It is cooler with the clearing skies out there, 46 at Newport. Now, it's a big swirling area of low pressure out here. It shoved one little disturbance over us today. That's why we had the showers. But the big pattern change here is that this system is making a move. We thought it'd move more towards us, increase the showers as we got into Thursday and Friday. Well, looks like this is going to head mostly to the south over the next 3 days here all the way into Friday. And that leaves us pretty much high and dry across the Northwest. So we have 3 pretty nice days coming up. We're going to be in the 70s on Thursday and Friday. Eventually, we think this is going to head towards us Friday night and Saturday, and that means back to a wet weekend forecast. So that's the bad news. Good news for the rest of the week. Bad news if you want dry weather for the weekend. So dry in Salem tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Same thing up towards Kelso, Longview, Astoria, 62 degrees under, well, mostly sunny skies by the afternoon. Freezing level jumps in the mountains, about 50 at Government Camp tomorrow. In the Columbia Gorge, dry as well, mostly sunny at the east end of the gorge. West wind's not quite as strong as today, but still gusting to 35 in the afternoon. There's at 72 in the Dalles. And east of the Cascades, a little bit of cooler air filtering in, not quite as warm as today, but everybody's still 70 or higher with temperatures tonight down in the 30s. 47 pinpoint forecast for the metro area tomorrow. A lot of clouds in the morning, but notice by midday we're up to 60. The clouds are breaking up. Quite a bit of sunshine in the afternoon. I think we'll top out just like today, about 67 degrees. And this time tomorrow night, we'll probably have mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. So a real pleasant day. 40 in Hillsborough tonight. You know, we've had a string of real warm nights across the metro area. That will end tonight when the clouds begin to break up later tonight. 45 at Gresham, 42 at Sandy for lows. Everybody in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow, much like today. Up in Longview, 65 tomorrow, 66 at Orchards, and just a light northwesterly breeze. The dry weather continues Thursday. A little bit of an offshore flow. Easterly wind should warm us up into the 70s. Same thing on Friday, and late Friday evening, we could have a thunderstorm come up from the south. That does lead us into a showery weekend. Looking at the weekend, put showers in for both days. Temperatures cool off into the low to mid 60s. We've got the Iris Parade down at Kaiser on Saturday, obviously celebrating the iris flowers. And of course, Cinco de Mayo starts tomorrow at the waterfront, continues all the way through Sunday, though, so that should be fun down there. Now, as for the beginning of next week, right now we'll go partly cloudy Monday, a few showers coming up for your Tuesday. Latest forecast tomorrow morning. Good day, Oregon. Andy Carson, 5 to 9.
Take a look at this. A news chopper crashes on the way to the story, and the whole thing is caught on tape. It is unbelievable. We'll have more on this incredible story coming up.
We are following a breaking story out of Europe tonight. Terrorist strike near the site of the Summer Olympics. We will have the latest on the Athens bomb attack.
And we'll also update this breaking news story. Wildfires raging out of control. Why wildfire season is so early this year.
What if your car fell off one of Portland's many bridges? Could you get out in time before it sank? We will show you how to escape if your car ends up in deep water.
And 2 of Rock's biggest names are coming to judge American Idol. Find out who they are after this.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. In this half hour, one of you will win $1,200 in cash. Coming up, we'll give you a phone number to call. Keep watching the 10 o'clock news, and $1,200 could be yours.
Why does the Taxpayers Association of Oregon endorse Golia Mary for Congress? Golia Mary helped lead the fight to defeat the $1.1 billion tax increase. And Golia Mary's economic plan will reduce taxes on families, reprioritize spending, and revitalize Oregon's economy. Golia Mary, endorsed by the Taxpayers Association of Oregon, because they trust her, and so can you.
I'm Golia Mary, and I authorize this message.
Bagels. I still have ways to go, Doc. Can't just look at the scale, Dave. You gotta look at your profile.
Sure, Kaiser Permanente has advanced medical technology, but sometimes support from your doctor is what you really need.
You're working out, you're eating right, your cholesterol is down. That's me, huh?
At Kaiser Permanente, you get to choose a doctor like Fernando Arroyo, who knows a little encouragement can do a heart good.
I'm looking good.
Flames out of control. See where fire season is hitting early on the West Coast. That's coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Home is spending time together. Home is a weekend call to Grandpa. Home is just the 2 of us. Home is working 2 jobs at once. Coldwell banker Barbara Sue Seal can help you find your way home with the resources, quality products, and services that you'll need from the moment you decide to buy until you